2018 to the 2023 season. And we'll be watching this man, Jarvis Landry, on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Steelers and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by a man who needs exciting players in all the sports. Now in his sixth season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Mahomes now on first down. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 41, Mahomes. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On on second down to run with Patterson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll run with Patterson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing now is Mahomes. Outright completes it to Jarwin. Second and goal from inside the 5. Patterson is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch. And the result is a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play action. Now it's Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Allen. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Here's Patterson again. Dancing away at the 35. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run with Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From midfield, here's Allen. Nothing open downfield. Throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But we always talk about how coaches say we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They build their teams to win their division first because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in a bye, that's terrific. The bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down is Mahomes. Flush to his right.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
This will be caught by Brown.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
On the ground with a tight end. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Mahomes now on first down. This one left side caught by Patterson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Cooks on the quick slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 31, Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And this one's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Allen. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Landry. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on second down, Allen.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Hall again on second down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is caught by Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Allen. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Breece Hall. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
That one complete to Joe Reed. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. This to Jarwin.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Cordarrelle Patterson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Allen now on first down. Green brings it in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Play action. Now it's Allen. Being chased out left. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Allen now looks to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Allen off the play fake. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hall ought to give up the middle. Down to about the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. On the right side, caught by Green.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen on the right side. Open is Gesicki. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? So the shotgun snap to Allen. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Hall.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hall again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Allen. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Browns set to take over.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
11 yards for number 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Jarwin.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. but as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one complete to Reed.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Patterson.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Working from the gun, Mahomes got a man, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the 24, Allen.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 44, Allen. Finding Green complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Allen's throw taken in by Landry. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
To the air, Allen. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Throwing is Allen.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Breece Hall.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Cleveland,
they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.